What's up everyone, 94 here. Today we're going to be talking about Samsung Unpacked. This was just announced. August 5th is when it's happening. This is going to be an exciting Samsung Unpacked. I think this is going to be a more exciting one than years in the past because we are now potentially going to have two folding phones announced. And that's going to be a fun time because who does not like folding phones? We'll start off with the watches, as this is going to be a smaller announcement. It does look like they are going to refresh the Galaxy watches. This is something that they haven't done for a bit, as they've been focusing on just your Galaxy Actives, with the Active and then the Active 2 coming out recently. Now you're going to get that more classic style of watch with that Galaxy Watch. It does look like they're going to do a 41 and 45 millimeter size. This is kind of an awkward size, as typically they go with a 42 and a 46. Now for the Note 20s. It looks like we're getting three Note 20s, potentially a Note 20, a Note 20 Plus, and a Note 20 Ultra. With the Note 20 Ultra, that's what the one was leaked by Samsung Russia. One thing you notice in these looks is that for the phone, they match the color of the camera layout now to the actual phone itself. Whereas on the S20s, it was black and looked okay, but it wasn't amazing. Now that giving that same color to the camera layout to the phone kind of gives it a more premium feel and look to it. With the Ultra, we're getting that 108 megapixel sensor as well, and we don't know what we're getting with the Note 20 and the Note 20 Plus screen size wise yet. I assume you're probably going to have somewhere around like 6.3, similar to the Note 10, and that the Note 20 Plus, I should say, probably around like a 6.6 to 6.7. The Note 20 Ultra is rumored to be 6.87, 6.9. That's in line with the S20 Ultra. The processor for the phone is going to be the 865 Plus. This is a bit of a performance increase from the regular 865 as typical with these Plus models. On the GPU, it's the same GPU, but a 10% performance boost is what those rumored specs are going to be. The modem is probably going to be the same that's on the S20s for that 5G. All of these phones should have 5G with them, as they did with the S20. Perhaps the biggest thing to come out recently is that Samsung may not include the charger in the box. This is either going to be the last year they include the charger, or this will be the first phone where they do not. This is falling in line with Apple and works to decrease e-waste. There was a great article done by The Verge. I'll link it in the description below. They interviewed Anker CEO, and they talk about how there's approximately 300 tons of e-waste a year just from chargers in the box. So if we take those out, this is a really good thing for the environment, and most people have these chargers already. And if you need to go get them, it's like 15-20 bucks at Amazon, and you're all set to go. So this will decrease the price of the phone potentially as well, which is a good sign. So either way, you're coming out on top. It was met with a lot of controversy. I understand both sides. This is a $1,000 phone. It really should come with a charger, but if we want to reduce that e-waste, this is something that's going to help improve that a lot. Getting to the folding phones now, the most exciting part of this. So just today, a leak happened. EV Leaks reported it. Max Weinbeck also reposted that as well. The Samsung Z Flip 5G was basically confirmed today as I'm recording this. There's a video out there now of it. Same Z Flip as before, just 5G. We don't know if any of those internals are going to change at all. I assume obviously the modem has to change. That we may see that Snapdragon 865, maybe an 865 Plus in there with maybe some more RAM. Hopefully the price of this just takes over what the Z Flip is currently at, and the standard Z Flip drops a little bit. With the Galaxy Fold 2, what we know we are most likely getting is going to be a full front display rather than the 4.6 inch display we had on the standard Fold. That's a big improvement in functionality, as on the Fold, that small 4.6 inch display was not convenient to use. You couldn't really text or do much productivity things on it as you would with a normal phone, so you'd end up having to fold it open. You could really take phone calls with it, maybe take a picture, but that's really about it. When you open it, instead of now having those cameras in the top right, we are going to get a hole punch display, so it opens up more of that screen real estate, which is going to be nice. On the back, we are probably going to see cameras similar to the S20 and the Note 20s. So as I was editing the video, there was an update for the Galaxy Fold 2. It looks like it's not going to be happening at Unpacked potentially. Max Weinbeck reported on this. It looks like that it may be announced late September, maybe early October, and then released later in October. I figured this was as important information as previously thought that the Fold 2 was going to be announced at Unpacked, and it does not look like that anymore. Thanks for watching this video. Samsung Unpacked is going to be an exciting event this year. Hopefully it's going to be better than the last. It'll be interesting to see how they compare to what Apple just did with theirs. We'll see if their production is just as good as Apple's, because that's kind of who you're competing against for these online conferences now. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will have a response to Unpacked hopefully a day or two after it happens. With working full-time, it sometimes can be difficult to do that, but I will get that for you. In the meantime, stay safe, have a good one, peace out.